With the Transactional email app, you can send nearly any type of transactional email, such as order confirmation, ship confirmation, abandoned cart, or account creation, in just a few steps. To send a transactional email using the Transaction email app, you first need to set up and enable a new transactional event. Use the type ahead search to search for an email you have created and select and set your email sending criteria. Data can be sent from an external system, for example, a commerce platform or CRM, using either a secure webhook or an API endpoint using basic authentication. For a webhook, a unique event endpoint will be generated as well as a security token required to configure your external system. You can use this system-generated token or replace it with your own if one is provided by your external system. Alternatively, select Basic Authentication to set up a REST API call from your external system. You will need to provide a username and password. Click the Get Event Endpoint button to generate an event-specific endpoint. You can update the username and password values as long as the transaction event is disabled. To personalize emails like an order confirmation email triggered by an e-commerce platform, you'll first need to paste a copy of the message that will be sent from that external system. The app will automatically generate a schema from your JSON sample, which will be used for field mapping. You can always update your JSON sample and resulting schema by pasting in a new version. Then, you will need to define what data you would like to use by defining your parameters. At a minimum, the first row, highlighted in green, must contain the parameters specifying the email address field in order to send your transactional email. Click the Add button to add more parameters. For each parameter, provide a display name, select the JSON parameter from the dropdown, and select the data type. Only the parameters defined will be available in your email cloud content section for personalization. For array data, you will see bracket symbols in your transaction parameter name. For example, for an order event, you may have an array that includes product names, quantity, and price. When mapping array values to a contact field, array values will be separated by a double colon delimiter. Please keep in mind values will be truncated if they are longer than the field data type length. The app will let you parse simple or array content, and you can store that data on contact or in one or more custom objects. Map your created transaction parameters to the desired contact or custom object fields. Optionally, you can choose to map the entire JSON payload to a field, but remember, the data may be truncated. You can use dynamic links within your email cloud content using non-array map parameters. Check out the user documentation for more information about this feature. Optionally, you can create an event status callback to send confirmation notifications back to your system. You can even include any data from the parameters that you defined. And lastly, test your transactional events before you go live. When event testing is enabled, any transaction event sent to the event endpoint will result in an email being sent to the specified testing email address, regardless of what is provided in the JSON message. If a contact does not exist for the testing email address, a new one will automatically be created. And that's it. You now have a new transactional event ready for use. Whether you have a question about features, getting a trial license, app pricing, needed demo, or anything else, our team is ready to answer all your questions.